Hey, what's up? Hi, how's it going? First of all, I would just like to ask, have I offended you? Any of you? Have I offended you in any way by anything I said? Do you think I'm super rude and mean and misinformed and I just don't know what I'm talking about? I'm curious. I'll wait. Comment below. I'll wait. So as it turns out, when we were trying to get tickets and we were trying to leave Kadena, and I was talking about TMO and how they had screwed up our tickets and how someone had gotten offended by something I had said, you could probably only guess that it was TMO that was offended because I said they didn't do their jobs well. Not only do they not do their jobs very well, but after they had watched the video of me saying so, they still continue to not do their job very well. The day Travis went in to the Kadena TMO to get our paper copy of our tickets, he ended up having to go in there twice because they screwed them up again. This was after, let me tell this whole little story, but this was after they had approached him about my videos. So backtrack. Travis went into TMO one day to get our tickets. Someone had seen him standing there and was like, "Oh, Sergeant Winkler, we'll be with you in a minute." He was approached by the guy he had been working with the whole time.
Tell your wife we loved her video, we all saw it.
Or something like that. I wasn't there, obviously, and it's been a couple of weeks, so I'm sure it's not exactly what was said, but close enough. So he thought, okay, that's kind of weird. I'll tell her you said that, whatever. Sits down. Travis is there to get our tickets, not to talk about YouTube, to get our tickets so we can get the heck out of there. And they start talking about how they all saw my video and how rude it was and immoral it was and wrong of me and shame on me because I was mean. I said mean things. Bad, bad Mandy. So they bring him all of the papers he needs for our itinerary and everything. He's kind of skimming over them really quick because he's basically being attacked about what I said about these people. So he didn't really look at them too much, just took them and left and went out to the parking lot and was looking at them, and he's like, this doesn't really look right, this doesn't look like all the information I need, and I don't really know how to read this. So he takes it back to the shop where his supervision helps him out. They finally figured out that there was some pieces missing. So Travis had to go back to TMO. That's what I'm saying, that even after they saw the video, Travis still had to go back to TMO because they didn't do their jobs. So Travis gets back to TMO, and this guy he had been working with, he pulls Travis aside, takes him back into what Travis believes was probably their break room or something, and closes the door and says,
"You can have a seat, there's no rank involved."
He said that to someone that outranks him. Yes, there is rank involved. Travis is like, "Oh no, it's fine, you know, I'll stand." He's like, no, go ahead, it's fine, you can sit down." Travis is like, "It's fine, I'll stand here." Obviously, I wasn't there, I don't know exactly what happened, but this is my little recap about what happened. You can say I'm wrong if you want to, but I'm telling just about what happened. So he starts saying how wrong I was and mean I was, blah, blah, blah. Basically everything he had said before just goes a little more into detail, and that how rude and offensive it was and how he did everything he could to help us and it just didn't work out and blah, 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 whatever. And Travis is like, honestly, I'm not here to talk about YouTube. I don't care what was said. She was well within her rights to say what she said, and it's done. It's over with. I don't care. The only thing I'm here for, the only thing I care about is getting me, my wife, my son, and my dog off this island and to Germany. That's all I care about. And he's like, well, you know, you should really know that it offended us and blah, blah, blah. And Travis is like, I don't care. I honestly don't care. And I know there was more things that was said, but that was the gist of it. And this guy goes,
"Well, if you don't care, then I don't care,"
and leaves. So Travis is like, okay, whatever. He goes back up to the front where someone helps him. I think the same lady that was berating him earlier about his terrible wife. Gives him a couple of papers, or he gave him a couple of papers, I'm not really sure. One of these two people that had attacked him previously gave him a couple of papers that was supposed to be the corrected version of our itinerary. Travis is kind of looking over it a little bit better this time because he doesn't want to have to come back for a third time, which he would have had he just left with it and not noticed that he was missing another page, it still wasn't all correct. I don't know if it was because they were so hung up on what I said and the fact that I had said that Travis did his job that terribly that he would get his butt chewed out. I don't know if they were offended by that or the fact that I said that people that are in charge of a serious piece of our move and a small piece of our future get to suck. Is that what I said that was rude? I don't honestly know. So they realized after Travis pointed out that there wasn't this final page that they went and got it and brought it back and then he was done. I think it's hilarious because all of their supervision and all of TMO ended up having to watch that video. Well, they didn't have to. Supervision had to because they had to make sure that I wasn't actually saying anything that was really rude and that was out of line and that I was just offending them. Poor TMO, they were offended. Everyone knows that they slacked their job. Everyone knows that. That's not new. Like, people have to go in there multiple times because things are messed up. And everyone knows that. It's not something that just I am saying or just I have an issue with. Everyone knows this. So Travis's first sergeant and a couple of other people had to watch our videos. Travis had to go into the first sergeant and do his final out from the squadron. And he informed Travis that he had to sit and watch 2 hours of our videos one day just to make sure that I hadn't actually said anything that was that bad. And I felt a little bit awkward inside because I don't figure that the things I post will ever get that far, honestly. I do a lot of stuff for us and for our memories, and then when stuff like that comes about that it's spreading around, it makes me feel kind of weird. So I don't know if I could ever be a channel that grows really big because I get awkward when there's a serious audience, and I didn't expect that, honestly. But yeah, all of Travis's supervision had to watch them, and all of TMO and their supervision ended up watching some of our videos. So thanks for the views, guys. I don't care if you dislike this video or like this video, it still gives it a view, so thank you. But that is what had happened when I had offended someone. I wanted to wait until we got the heck out of there so I knew more things weren't getting messed up or Travis wasn't gonna get harassed anymore because of his wife being mean. As long as it's not Travis saying anything and I am just complaining about what is happening, real world what is happening, I don't mention names, I don't show faces of the people I'm complaining about, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not the service member. I can say TMO screwed up our move, and that's the truth. That's not being rude, that's not offensive, that's the truth. So if you're offended by that, you might want to leave, because I speak my mind a lot. I don't know if you've noticed. If you've been here for a while, you probably know that. You know that I get a little heated about things from time to time, and I'm maybe not the nicest person there is, but I speak the truth. They said that I didn't know the whole truth and that I didn't have my facts straight. The video that they were all bent out of shape about and so offended by, hi doggy, oh sweet doggy, was our official leave date from Okinawa, where I had said that people that are in charge of like a big piece of our move get to suck. I think that was what they were really offended by. They said that I didn't have my facts straight because I took what would probably be, all in all, a 30-minute explanation of exactly what happened with our move, and I turned it into a 9-minute and 50-second video. So obviously I wasn't going super in depth of things. I didn't have the chance to get into detail on everything that happened, but details aren't important when things are screwed up that bad. There's no way I could have went into detail and elaborate on everything that had happened. They messed up our tickets. It ended up being you can either get to Germany 30 days apart or you can leave your dog. I didn't have to say it was because when they gave us the request form to change our tickets that we would be put at the bottom of the list, and they didn't tell us that to begin with. That was just what happened, and I didn't need to tell that. I just said they didn't do their jobs, and they didn't because they didn't give us all the information we needed, and that's all that they needed to know. That's all anybody really needed to know. If you're not military and you don't know exactly how it works, you don't know that you need a request form signed by everyone to get your tickets changed, okay? You don't know that stuff. So when I say that because they didn't do their jobs, it ended up being get to Germany 30 days apart or don't take the dog, that's what happened. And I think that's more or less where they were mad that I didn't have my facts straight because I didn't give extreme detail of everything that happened. And I didn't break down everything that had happened. I don't know. That was just what I wanted to say. I wanted to say how I offended someone and what had happened with Kadena TMO and them screwing our stuff up and then them being offended because I'm a big bad wolf. So if I have ever said or done anything that offends you, I am so sorry. Unless you're TMO, then I'm not sorry. But if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you didn't, I don't really care that much. People were curious about who I offended and what had happened, so I figured I would talk about it once I could. We've been super busy with moving and everything that I haven't had the chance to, but now that I have some free time, I'm gonna do a few Storytime videos explaining a few things. What's going on with us? Travis is already in Germany. We are in Washington. 26 days left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to Germany.
That's right. But we're gonna go to lunch with my brother in a little bit here. So for now, that is that, and we will see you when we see you.
Bye. 'Cause you're the apple to my